Yo, what's the deal? What's the deal? It's your boy, who is Hendo? And we back talking sports. So we got NBA rundown. Um, Rundown most of the games. Milwaukee got destroyed by Toronto 128 to 100. Um, Toronto basically had control of this game from start to finish. I will give the Bucks a little grace because they was on a back to back, and I will give them grace, but this was still atrocious energy. But because they had a back to back and they have been going back and forth to Toronto, you know what I'm saying? If they play better against the Bulls, then I know it was rest. You know what I'm saying? But even with that said, they they got outplayed. They got destroyed. Um, Giannis was held to 22 points, 8 rebounds, 3 assists. That's like 12 points under his average. Nobody really played that well. Kyle Kuzma has been playing very good though, off the bench. Um, yeah, Kyle Kuzma had 18. He was 7 of 14. Cole Anthony has been solid with his. I'm gonna leave my comments to myself. He's been solid for them off the bench too. But other than that, could have just been them and their energy or whatever like that. But it's still a loss. They lost by 28. Um, Hopefully they come out and play better against the Bulls because I think the Raptors and the next team I'm talking about are much improved. The Raptors not just gonna be a W, you know what I'm saying? With you got Brandon Ingram over there, RJ Barrett. Brandon Ingram, he only had 13 points. He was 6 of 12. Scotty Barnes had 23. He was 9 of 16. RJ Barrett, 6 of 12. He got to the line 12 times though. You know what I'm saying? He was really physical in the game. He uh he been doing really good at the free throw line, but he gotta clean it up after this game. He missed 5 crucial free throws, 23 points. Emmanuel quickly is an inefficient scorer. That's what I've always thought, but whatever. 15 points. Mahmoud Kalishvili, 15 off the bench as well. But they play really good defense on the Bucks. Grady Dick with 14 points, 3 of 4 from three. They play really good defense on the Bucks though. So shout out to the Raptors. They defeat Bucks 128 to 100. Also, you had the Thunder stand undefeated, 126 to 107 for the Clippers. Kawhi, or I think Bradley Beal didn't play. Thunder, I think, are the only undefeated team, if I'm not mistaken, left. They're 8-0. Chet Holmgren played last night. He was 4 of 8, 11 points. Shea went for 30. Isaiah Joe heated up from three. You know, he had 22. And Shea just showing you what a leader is supposed to do. You know what I'm saying? You're not gonna spend too much time talking about the Clippers because nobody really played. James Harden had 25, John Collins had 17, Bogdanovich had 11, Derrick Jones Jr. 16. They're a dumpster fire anyways. I appreciate you. Um, I want to talk about this Bulls Sixers game. I made a video asking, are the Bulls good? I was asking, and when they beat New York, I was like, maybe they good. But then they got destroyed by New York, and I was like, is is this a sign of what's to come? And so I'm like, for now, I'm undecided. The 76ers game was their first test. Hi. The 76ers was their first test. And The first half, they were getting destroyed. I'm like, see, I knew this was a fluke. I'm thinking in my head, I'm like, I knew this was a fluke. But the Bulls, without Kobe Jones and Dosunmu, come back from 24 down, and Josh Giddey looks like an all-star. I'm being honest with you. Josh Giddey look like a top 5 point guard in the league right now. He looked like an all-star. Not even gonna lie to you. And so I'm this moved me. I think the Bulls are for real. I think when they get fully healthy, when Kobe Jones finally does come back, they might be a scrappy dark horse team. Because not only do they remind me of the Pacers last year with the pace that they play at and how they move the ball and it don't stick, they also have a really good defense. Now, they gave up 70 plus points in the first half due to they were not guarding the 3 point line well. They were not guarding the 3 point line well. They was getting out rebound. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. They for sure are. They for sure are. They definitely are playing today. And I'll be here for it. But the Bulls are really good, man. Philly is still really good, but they got cold. You know what I'm saying? You can't live and die by the three. They got cold, couldn't hit any shots, and the Bulls defense is a huge reason why they won this game. You know what I'm saying? And they got the Bucks next. That's going to be a good game. Let's see what they do against the Bucks. The Bucks playing very good. But yeah, man, the Bulls, they look really good, man. I can't even lie. This was a probably their best win of the year. Come back down 24. Josh Giddey, 10 of 19, 2 of 4 from three, 15 rebounds, 12 assists. He had 5 turnovers, but so 29, 15, and 12. Trey Jones gave him good minutes, 4 of 9, 8 points. Nikola Vucevic, who hit the game winning three, 8 of 14, 1 of 5 from three, but the only three he made was the game winner. That's crazy. 19, 10 rebounds. Isaac Okoro, his shot is looking a lot better. He's giving them 16 points, 2 steals, 1 block. He's gonna give you good defense. Buzelis, he kind of been struggling the last few games, last like 2 games, but he'll be back. And Jalen Smith he's been phenomenal to start the year off. 4 of 8, 3 of 6, 3 of 7 from three, 14 points off the bench. Like he's been phenomenal for them off the bench. So, and people forget Josh Giddey was a top pick. He was a top pick, bro. So I just think when they get healthy, they're going to be even better. I think Chicago is not a team that you can take lightly anymore. Anymore. Trust me, my Pistons know now. First game of the year, we ain't know. Now we know. We got tape now. We in the groove. Yeah, Chicago might be a playoff team this year, man. With the wins over New York and Philly is the ones that's moving me. You know what I'm saying? Those are the games that's moving me. They thoroughly outplayed New York in that first game. Now New York split with them or whatever like that. And then then Philly through like, you know what I'm saying, 2.5 quarters was thoroughly outplaying them. Thoroughly outplaying them. And they fight back and they lock in on defense and they get a win. In that fourth quarter, Philly went 4 of 22, 0 of 6 from three. The Bulls went 9 of 19, and they went 4 of 6 from three. and scored 29 points. They outscored Philly 29-16 and forced 2 turnovers. But they turned the ball over 5 times. They had 19 rebounds in the fourth quarter. Philly had 8 rebounds. So they out rebounded them. They shot 66% from three in the fourth quarter and 47% from the field and outscored them by 13. And outscored them in the third quarter 28-20. Philly was 2 of 7 in the third quarter. Really, in the second half, Philly they couldn't buy a bucket. But they had such a lead in the first half that as long as they, didn't get blew out in the quarter, they was all good. But yeah, the Bulls, I think the Bulls for real, man. For now. They for real. I like the way they play though. They remind me, like I said, of last year's Indiana team. The difference is, I believe, is I think Josh Giddey is more of a scorer than what Tyrese Halliburton was last year. He's bigger, obviously, and gets to the hole, but I like what they got over there. We'll see. We're gonna do all our evaluations for after 20 teams. I'm gonna tell you what team I think is for real and what team I think is definitely a fluke. Because we'll know at that time. Dubs, I'm not impressed. You beat the Suns 118-107, but you was up 20. Not impressed. I'll do a separate video on them. But I'm not impressed by the Dubs. Nope. Win 3-4 in a row, string together some wins on the road too, because we got a couple of road games, then I'll be impressed. Those 2 losses, I'm still not over that. Got to play better basketball. Jimmy hurt with a bad back. Hopefully he good. Steph is sick, but still was on the court. Got to win a couple more games, man. And today, my Pistons is playing the Jazz, who are a scrappy team. So we got to, we got to lock in. So we'll see what happens, man. Like, share, subscribe, hit that join button. I'm out, man. Peace.